Have you ever taken a few vitamins in the morning, just like the doctor said, and still felt like you lacked the energy to function? You know the routine. You wake up, trudge into the kitchen, pour a glass of water, and take your multivitamin. Maybe even a calcium pill, an omega-3 soft gel and something for your joints. You've been doing this every day for years. You tried to eat well, drink enough water, and even go for a walk when the weather allowed. But you still feel it. It's the fatigue that drags down your legs. That morning was foggy in your mind. The stiffness in your back doesn't go away. And you start asking questions that no one wants to ask. Why do I still feel tired, even though I've done everything right? You look around the house. Laundry still needs to be folded. You can come visit later. You think about going for a walk but hesitate. Just thinking about wearing shoes makes your knees ache. So you sit, sip your coffee and try not to think about it. But the truth is patting you on the shoulder. Maybe it's not just age. Perhaps the issue is not just what life is like after 60. Perhaps something deeper is going on, something is missing. Something your body needs but doesn't get, even with all those vitamins on your kitchen counter. You are not alone. In fact, millions of older people, especially those over 60, are unknowingly living with a silent nutrient deficiency that mimics the symptoms of aging: chronic fatigue, leg weakness, brain fog, and poor sleep. And the most annoying part? Many of them are taking multivitamins. All single day. So what's going on? Here's the shocking truth: not all vitamins are created equal. Most multivitamins are generic mixes, with nutrients either in doses that are too low, too difficult to absorb, or missing altogether. And unfortunately, the three nutrients your aging body needs most are often overlooked or not absorbed properly. Think about it. You feel weak despite eating well. You feel foggy even when you get enough sleep. You feel pain even though you don't do much activity. This is not just a sign of aging. This is the cry of a malnourished body at the cellular level. But don't worry. Because today we will discover the truth together. We're going to dive into the three most overlooked nutrients for people over 60, nutrients that can make the difference between lasting all day and waking up with energy and strength. You'll learn how each substance works in your body, what happens when you don't get enough of it, and most importantly, how to get it back in naturally. So, grab your cup of tea or coffee. Sit back. Because by the end of this video, you'll be empowered to reclaim your vitality and finally feel like yourself again. Let's get started. The first list is vitamin B12, the silent killer when you are tired for unknown reasons. Imagine waking up every day and feeling like your body is running out of energy. Your feet feel like concrete. You drag your feet on the floor, not because you are lazy but because you have no energy anymore. Your mind. Foggy. Conversations feel like a chore. You forget simple things: where you put your keys, what you were going to do, what day it is. Now imagine this happening every day for weeks. Month. Even years. Doctors can tell you it's normal. Friends may laugh, it's just getting older. But deep down, there's something wrong with you. And maybe that's because your intuition was right. This type of fatigue is not only related to age. In many cases, it's due to something lacking in your blood, and one of the most common culprits is a vitamin B12 deficiency. Vitamin B12, also known as cobalamin, is one of the most important nutrients for maintaining the nervous system, brain function, and red blood cell production. It is responsible for helping your body make DNA and keeping your energy metabolism running smoothly. But here's the thing: as we age, our bodies lose the ability to absorb vitamin B12 from food. This is not a theory, it is a biological fact. B12 absorption depends on intrinsic factor, a special protein in the stomach lining that helps your body get B12 from food. After age 60, many people naturally begin to produce less of this protein. Result? Even if you are eating meat, eggs, dairy or fortified cereals, you may still be functionally deficient in B12. And it gets worse. Some medications that are extremely common in the elderly, like metformin, for diabetes, or proton pump inhibitors, for heartburn and acid reflux, can significantly reduce B12 absorption even further. So what does B12 deficiency feel like? It starts with vague symptoms. You feel exhausted after doing almost nothing. Your legs feel heavy even though you haven't gone far. You find yourself having difficulty concentrating on simple tasks. Your memory feels like it's drifting away, like you're observing your thoughts through a foggy window. Then you may notice tingling or numbness in hands and feet. Feeling off balance, as if you might fall even when standing still. Your heart rate feels irregular. You are more anxious or moody than usual without knowing why. And if left untreated, the damage can become permanent. Long-term B12 deficiency is linked to nerve damage, can make walking painful or difficult. Cognitive decline resembles dementia. Anemia causes your heart to work harder and harder to keep up. But the tragedy is that most people never realize this until it's too late. They continue to take multivitamins without realizing that the B12 in most of them is in a form that their bodies cannot absorb. Many older adults feel significantly better after just a few weeks of appropriate B12 supplementation. Think more clearly. Stronger legs. Fewer falls. Sleep better. Improve mood and reduce anxiety. So the next time you find yourself blaming age for your fatigue or forgetfulness, pause and ask, is this B12? Type yes in the comments section if any of these symptoms sound familiar. Type number 1 if you ever find your legs tired and don't know why. The second list is vitamin D3, the forgotten friend of the feet and immune system. Let's talk about vitamin D3, often called the sunshine vitamin. You may have heard it's good for your bones. Your doctor may have mentioned it during a routine checkup. Maybe you've even taken a vitamin D supplement at some point. But what if I told you that vitamin D3 isn't just good for your bones? What if it's the missing link in your daily battle against leg weakness, fatigue and constant pain? Let's rewind to a typical day. You wake up and get out of bed, and it's there again. Dull pain in your thigh. It's stiffness in your knees. Perhaps it will disappear after a prolonged period of time. Or maybe it lasts all day, making every move feel like a chore. You chalk it up to age. You think to yourself, I'm not as young as I used to be. But what if that's not the whole story? Vitamin D3 is involved in muscle strength, immune response, mood regulation, and even pain control. And as we age, we lose our natural ability to generate enough energy from sunlight. Our skin becomes thinner. We spend more time indoors. Our bodies become less efficient at converting UVB rays into usable D3. So even if you go out for a walk or sit near a sunny window, you can still become dangerously deficient in this essential nutrient. Here's what that shortfall might look like. You feel tired after climbing stairs. Your legs feel wobbly or unsteady. You have lower back pain that won't go away. Your joints ache on cold or rainy days. You get colds more often and take longer to recover. You feel depressed or discouraged and don't understand why. Now this is where it gets serious. Low vitamin D3 is associated with muscle weakness and increased risk of falls, osteoporosis and brittle bones, autoimmune disorders such as rheumatoid arthritis, type 2 diabetes and cardiovascular problems. Think about it, when your muscles don't get the support they need, your balance suffers. And when your balance is affected, your risk of falling increases significantly. Falls are the #1 cause of injury and hospital visits in adults over 65 years of age. And it wasn't just a scraped knee. A fall can mean a broken hip, months of physical therapy, loss of independence, or even be moved to assisted living. All because of a silent deficiency of a vitamin that your body can no longer produce on its own. Let's go even deeper. Vitamin D3 also plays an important role in your immune system. If you find yourself getting sick more often, being sick for longer, or feeling run down despite resting, it could be D3. And here's what most people don't know: vitamin D is a hormone, not just a vitamin. That means it helps regulate many different systems in the body, including your mood. Yes, your mood. Low D3 is linked to seasonal depression, irritability, and even cognitive decline. So, if you've been feeling more emotional lately, more forgetful, or more like you, get up and go, and get up and leave, don't ignore it. Just imagine waking up and actually wanting to move around. Imagine walking up the stairs without having to stop and catch your breath. Imagine enjoying a walk in the park again without your knees feeling like rubber midway through. Vitamin D3 may be the smallest pill in your cupboard, but it can have the biggest impact on your daily life. Please type yes if this works for you. Or enter D3 if you plan to test your level this week. Type number 2 if you've ever felt your knees become weak without understanding the reason. The third list is magnesium, the forgotten key to relaxing the body, sleeping well and reducing pain and fatigue. Now let's explore a mineral that gets little attention but supports more than 300 essential biochemical reactions in the body: magnesium. You probably don't hear as much about magnesium as calcium or vitamin D. But what if I told you that this humble mineral could be the secret to sleep better, relieves persistent leg cramps, loosen stiff joints, reduce stress, and even keep your heart in rhythm? Sound dramatic? Nothing. Take a step back and ask, have you ever gone to bed feeling exhausted, only tossing and turning for hours? Or do you wake up with a feeling of tension in your body, like you've been tight all night? Perhaps your legs feel tight. Maybe your calves cramp early in the morning. Or maybe you feel like your mind just can't shut off when it's time to go to sleep. All of these can be signs of a magnesium deficiency. As we age, several factors contribute to magnesium depletion. Our bodies absorb less from food. Medications like diuretics, PPIs, and even antibiotics can deplete magnesium. Daily habits, like drinking coffee, tea, or soda, flush it out of our system. The scary part? You may not even realize it's happening. At first, magnesium doesn't send loud, clear warning signs. Instead it whispers. A little tightness in the shoulders. A restless sleep makes you drowsy. Your heart beats faster when you're nervous. You have persistent cramps in your toes after a short walk. Let's break it down into practical effects. Muscle and nerve function. Magnesium plays an important role in helping muscles contract and relax properly. Without it, your muscles will be in a partially contracted state, leading to cramps, spasms, and discomfort. Unexplained tightness in your lower back. Could be magnesium. That sudden horse at 2 a.m. Magnesium. Even that annoying eye twitch. Yes, magnesium again. It is also necessary for nerve transmission. That means it helps your brain send and receive signals to your muscles. So if you feel sluggish or disconnected, like your brain is a second slower than your body, magnesium could be to blame. Sleep and relax. Magnesium helps activate the body's parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest mode. It regulates GABA, a neurotransmitter that helps calm your brain. Low magnesium equals chaotic mind plus tense body. Many older adults report that when they finally get enough magnesium, their sleep becomes deeper. They fall asleep faster. They wake up less often. I started taking magnesium glycinate before bed, and for the first time in years I slept through the night without cramps, said one woman in her 70s. That's the power of a single mineral. Bone and heart health. Magnesium works together with calcium and vitamin D to keep bones strong. Without enough magnesium, your body cannot use calcium properly, which can lead to calcification in the arteries rather than in the bones where it is needed. It also helps regulate heart rate and blood pressure. If you've ever experienced an irregular heartbeat, anxiety, or even unexplained chest tightness, low magnesium levels may be the silent cause. Mood and stress. Magnesium is often called the relaxation mineral. It helps regulate cortisol, the stress hormone, and affects mood, calmness, and even resilience. In fact, low magnesium levels are linked to depression, perturbation, uncomfortable, tired. So if you find yourself more irritable, crier, or just feeling bad emotionally, it's not just in your head. It could be in your cells. How do you know if you're short? Unfortunately, magnesium does not show up well in standard blood tests. Why? Because only 1% of magnesium is in your blood. The remainder is stored in bones and tissues. That means you can have normal blood volume but still be severely deficient. So you have to follow the symptoms. If you experience any of the following problems, it's time to consider magnesium. Leg cramps. Poor sleep. Restless. Tired. Muscle tension. Convulsions or spasms. Low mood or anxiety. What can you do about it? Luckily, magnesium is easy to supplement. Here are 3 steps you can take starting today. Choose the right supplement. Not all magnesium is the same. Some forms are poorly absorbed or cause digestive upset. For the elderly, the best choice is magnesium glycinate, gentle, calming, great for sleep. Magnesium citrate, well absorbed, but may have a laxative effect. Magnesium malate, energizing, great for fatigue and muscle pain. Avoid magnesium oxide, it's cheap but poorly absorbed. Start with 200 to 400 milligrams per day. Ideally in the evening, when your body is preparing to relax. Add magnesium-rich foods. Here are some easy additions to your diet. Pumpkin seeds. Spinach and green leafy vegetables. Almonds and cashews. Avocado. Dark chocolate, 70% or more. Black beans. Simple swaps, like adding spinach to an omelette or snacking on roasted nuts, can make a big difference. Limit habits that deplete magnesium. Reduce things that release magnesium. Limit caffeine to 1 or 2 cups per day. Avoid eating too much sugar. Cut down on alcohol. Also, talk to your doctor about medications that can deplete your magnesium, especially diuretics and acid blockers. Advice for you. If you are over 60 years old and still feel tired, have restless sleep, or have persistent body tension, it may be due to magnesium deficiency. It's more than just feeling tired. It's about your muscles, heart, brain, and nerves calling for support. So let's take a closer look at your healthcare routine. Magnesium may be the missing mineral your body has been waiting for. Enter yes if this section speaks to you. Or share your story below. Have you ever tried magnesium and noticed a change? Now that we've delved into the 3 most important nutrients your body is probably secretly craving, vitamin B12, vitamin D3, and magnesium, the real question is, what will you do with this knowledge? Because knowledge alone cannot change your life. Action is there. If you wake up tired, stretch all day, struggle with pain in your legs, or feel like something is off, this is your sign. Don't panic. But let's pause. And rotate the axis. Let's face it, getting older isn't easy. Your body whispers instead of screams. There's a bit of stiffness here. There's a bit of forgetfulness. And we're told it's just part of the aging process. But today, I want you to challenge that belief. I want you to start seeing fatigue, leg cramps, poor sleep, or depressed mood not as a curse but as a clue. A clue that your body is still communicating with you. And that you still have the right to respond. Let me be clear, you don't have to change your entire lifestyle overnight. You don't need to take a dozen pills a day. You don't need a miracle. You just need to start where you are. Here's what it might look like. Switch your standard multivitamin to one containing methylated B12 and vitamin D3, cholecalciferol. Spend a few minutes every morning getting some real sun exposure, no sunscreen needed, just natural light on your skin. Choose a magnesium-rich snack in the evening, like pumpkin seeds or a piece of dark chocolate, and notice how your body feels the next day. These are not drastic changes, but they are directional changes. And in your healthcare journey after age 60, small changes will make a big difference. Remember this, you are not helpless. Your body still has the ability to heal. Your muscles can regain strength. Your sleep may improve. Your energy may return. You just need to give it what it needs, and get rid of what's silently draining you. Maybe for years you've been taking your vitamins faithfully and wondering why you still feel tired. Now you know why. And if you did this in the video, it means you care. About your body. About your energy. About living the rest of your life with vitality, not just survival. So here is my final invitation to you. If this video opened your eyes or taught you something new, hit that like button, it helps more people find this information. Type yes in the comments if you are ready to get your energy back. Or tell us, have you tried B12, D3, or magnesium? What has changed for you? And don't keep this to yourself. Share this video with someone over 60 who may be silently struggling. You can change their lives with just one click. Finally, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Because we have more helpful videos coming to support your health, mobility, and strength. Your journey doesn't end here. In fact, it may just be getting started. Be strong, stay curious, and above all, stay hopeful. Your best days may still be ahead. You just need to nourish your body to get you there. With care and encouragement.